Hey, what's up, family? I'd like to talk to you guys about a serious subject this morning: forgiveness. When I was 2 years old, my father murdered my mom. Um, Went to prison for it. I was raised by my aunt, my father's sister, younger sister. And she was really religious. I mean, everything was a sin for us, so we didn't celebrate holidays. That was all pagan. Everything we did was a sin. It was bad. It was hell on earth. But I love her, and I appreciate what she did. That doesn't change the fact that it was hell on earth. But I appreciate my humble beginnings. 6 years old, I was in my room, and I was crying out to God. And I've always known that I was supposed to be some type of teacher, preacher. And it was so weird because we'd always have revivals back then. And people would come from all over and tell me I'm going to be this great teacher, this great preacher, and all this other stuff. And so I'm in my room and I'm talking to God. And I ask God, I tell God, God, I'll do it. Uh, I'll, I'll share your word. I'll do what you want me to do. Can I ask for 5 things? I just wanted 5 things from God to help me be the man that He wanted me to be. I didn't ask for wealth, didn't ask for fame. I wanted the wisdom of Solomon, the heart of David, the faith of Job, the strength of Samson, and the teaching ability of Paul. I wanted those characteristics from those 5 men to help me be who I believed I was supposed to be in life. A couple weeks later, I was molested at church. I'm devastated. My world is flipped upside down. I became so angry at God. What did I do to deserve my life? As a 6-year-old kid, I lost my mother. My father's in prison. And now I've lost my innocence. I'm violated. And it was weird because my family always told me that I was stupid and had the devil in me and was going to hell and this is all this crazy stuff. And I began to hate myself because I thought that God didn't even love me. What was so messed up with me as a 6-year-old kid that even God don't even care about you. Even God won't protect you, won't look out for you. And even after telling God that I would serve Him and live a life for Him, fast forward. one of the I had a conversation with my dad on the phone once. He got out of prison, and I think he was in Michigan at the time. And I just found out that he had threatened my aunt, threatened to kill my aunt, the one that raised me. If you know anything about me, you know I'm like very protective of family, very protective of my loved ones. So I called him up and I asked him about it. And he said something stupid. I can't even remember. And I told him, come back to California if you want to. I got a bullet with your name written on it. You're the one that should have died instead of my mom. But that's okay. I'm going to take care of that. Come back. I'm asking you. Come back. You big and bad. Come back to California. And he made the comment of, oh, you must not remember I went to prison and why I went to prison. And I laughed. I said, you must not remember who my daddy is and whose DNA I carry in my body. And hung up. We didn't talk for a long time, for years. Forgiveness. A couple years ago, I took my kids to Medford, Oregon for Christmas because I found out that my dad was there. And he was in a nursing home. He wasn't doing good. I wanted them to see and hear me forgive my dad. Because it was important that they saw that. It was important that they saw and understood that if I could forgive my dad for murdering my mom, then they can forgive anybody for anything else that they've gone through and that they've experienced. I forgave my dad. Genuinely forgave him. I'm sharing this because people are going to hurt you. Whether intentionally or not, they're going to hurt you. And you have to let that go. You have to let go of all of the negative, toxic emotions from that hurt. It's not saying that what they did was right. It's not giving them a pass. It's loving yourself enough to release all of the bitterness, all of the anger, all of the hurt, all of the frustration, all of the other toxic emotions that come from that. Because it's poisoning you. It stunts your growth and development. It stops you from reaching your full potential. I love you guys. Peace.